Duels are the one form of PvP where you only rely on yourself, your abilities, and your skill. It is very imbalanced, however. There's classes and specs that counter you and you will have no chance at beating them unless they get disconnected, and then there's those that you will beat without even knowing how to play the game. These are the top 5 best at 1v1 situations and duels in World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Number 5, Marksmanship Hunter. It is extremely difficult to get in melee range when fighting them if you're a melee class, and hunters don't even need to stop and cast their abilities. Even if they get in range, you can just crowd control the hell out of them, disengage or dead rinse, and if you fuck up, you can reset those cooldowns with readiness and do it again. Insane burst DPS, the only thing you lack is healing, but then again it's so hard to even hit you that it compensates for the lack of healing. You have about 50-50 chance of beating some of the best PvP specs at 1v1. You don't really counter most classes, but you at least have a decent chance at beating them if you don't make too many mistakes. Depending on whether there is line of sight in that particular 1v1 situation, you will either be at an advantage for not having line of sight obstacles and being able to shoot from afar. Otherwise, if the enemy is not in line of sight and they can hide behind pillars, this can be game changing for you as a hunter and will make your life a lot harder. Number 4, Unholy Death Knight. I won countless 1v1 tournaments playing as an Unholy DK years ago on Twin Stars Cataclysm. I was the winningest player there for a long time, but it was a lot about outplaying my opponents too. There's 2 classes that will be your nightmare: Subtlety Rogue and Feral Druid. If you want to beat one of those 2 as an Unholy Death Knight in 1v1, you will have to pray they make so many mistakes they eventually let you win the fight. You have a bit more healing than Hunter through Death Pact and Lichborn Death Coil, but it's on a 2-minute cooldown, so use it wisely. AMS and AMZ to fight casters, Icebound Fortitude to give you a chance against the rogues and ferals, and Insane Burst with Gargoyle that can kill your opponents alone. There is pretty much no class you couldn't beat if it's a similar skill/gear level to you, besides the rogues and ferals. Retribution Paladin makes it to number 3. Now this one has some of the best off healing in the entire game. Insane burst but lacks mobility, so you need to make sure you will actually make use of your zealotry and wings and not just get crowd control chained or line of sighted when you pop your DPS cooldowns. It is sometimes good to only pop either your wings or your zealotry with the first Hodge and then pop the other one with the second Hodge so you prevent losing all your major cooldowns in case the enemy runs away from you. There's nothing that really counters you too bad outside of mages. Mages are almost impossible to beat for you as a Retribution Paladin, especially if they use Frost armor. That is not to say you can't beat them by outplaying them, but a good mage will never let you win in a duel. Don't forget to reapply your Blessing of Might in case you're fighting a mage, shaman, priest, hunter, or a warlock, since those will try to steal or dispel all your beneficial buffs throughout the game. Deciding between number 1 and 2 was really difficult, so I'm just gonna put them together. It is Feral Druid and Subtlety Rogue. These 2 are the best for 1v1 in Cataclysm overall. They have it all: insane off healing, stealth and prowl, ability to reset fights, crazy burst, tons of crowd control, best defensive cooldowns in the game, and insane mobility. These 2 are also the ones that can take advantage of line of sight the most, running around pillars, healing themselves, getting re-stealths and so on. If it was a duel with no pillar, they may struggle with hunters a little bit more, and mages are pretty annoying to fight with too, but I have seen rogues and ferals beating anyone countless times, even if their opponent was supposed to counter them. You may be asking, where's mages in this list? If it was a top 6 list, it would probably be at number 6. It is a very good class for duels, both frost and fire, so I at least wanted to give it a mention here. But this was my top 5 for duels and 1v1. Whichever one of these you choose to go with, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching, let me know your thoughts, and please don't tell me shit like, "You are so wrong, I beat rogues as a DK no problem." Yeah, so do I. But those are just good rogues, not amazing rogues. You can always outplay other people. Like, comment, subscribe, because another video is already on its way.